Sales funnels are so 2024. Flywheels are the new thing.
Yeah, they are. Marketing funnels, sales funnels, I think probably anybody watching this video is like, yeah, been there, done that. I know what that is. Whether you implement it or not, that's up to you. But most people know what you're talking about if you start talking about a funnel. The concept of a flywheel is a little newer, I think, which is why we're going to talk about it today on Kickstart Your Week. And something that you can start thinking through before the new year hits.
Yeah.
So, funnels, they're linear, right?
Right.
Flywheels, I learned, are some mechanical thing that it just keeps going.
Mm-hmm.
We can Google it and pop up a picture of an actual flywheel, if you will.
Picture here.
But the concept is that it's continuous marketing leads sales that keeps going.
Yeah.
Where a funnel, when you think about it, is attract, convert, close, and then it's done. Whereas a flywheel, you want to keep nurturing your customers, keep sales going. So compounding momentum, if you will, not just one and done.
Right.
So ideally the benefits that you're going to get is a lower acquisition cost, and then some stronger retention because you're going to keep marketing to your clients once you've, closed one deal or made one sale with them.
Yes.
While still attracting new clients.
Right.
So we'll get into kind of what this looks like, but what do you think? I mean, start this in January or start this now?
Yeah. It's never too early. What, we're in November?
Yeah, we are.
It's never too early to get started for Q1.
True.
Q1 is always there and it's always going to be ready for your action. So
Yeah.
I think it's a great time to start now to get ready for this next year and this next push.
Yeah. I mean, the next month and a half is going to be over so quickly.
Yeah,
So
like that.
thinking through what these campaigns look like, budgets, getting things approved. It's never too early. And January is noisy and crazy anyways. So never too early.
Get ready now.
Get ready now. So what are the core parts of a flywheel, you may be asking? I love this. Oh, three core parts of a flywheel. Attract. So here, I'll run through them and then we can explain them a little bit more.
That sounds good.
All right. Attract, engage, delight. So these three things are going to build that continuous momentum. So attract. This is going to be content, SEO, paid ads, building awareness. Really, if you think about it, the things that are at the top of your funnel.
Right.
So you're not throwing all your years of hard work out the window or reworking it.
And we're saying, so like, we're on the flywheel, but funnels still have their place. We're not trying to like get rid of them. They are 2024, but we're in 2025, going to 2026. Both are good, but we're focusing on the flywheel
you're
today.
just taking your funnel and just making like a loop. We're looping our funnels.
There it is. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that. So yes, you're still attracting. Step one.
Right.
Next is engaging. So how are you nurturing your leads, personalizing emails, doing retargeting for people who may have landed on your website and not purchased, but that's also going to tie into people retargeting customers to keep that momentum going. That cost of acquisition is, that you've already acquired them, but to re-engage them, upsell them essentially, should ideally be lower at that point. Right. And then how are you going to delight your customers? Or like, is it a great onboarding experience? Is it, getting them wrapped into the community of your brand, the lifestyle brands? Gotta love them. But I mean, seriously, no better way to delight a customer than get them wrapped into a good lifestyle brand.
That's true.
But building like advocacy programs, different things like that. What are the and going back to what we talked about a few weeks ago, like what is that customer experience that's going to continue to delight your customers so that they, continue that customer retention, continue to stay a customer, and or, refer that word of mouth, referral marketing source, if you will.
Yeah.
So those are the three parts. Now, sounds a lot like a funnel, doesn't it?
It does.
It does. So how do we make this a flywheel? Let's jump into a little mini example, if you will. So basically, let's say you have a blog on your website. Somebody reads a blog post, or they take a next step because in your blog, you have a lead magnet.
Yeah.
So they put their email address. They download said valuable content. Now you have a lead. Now, how do you nurture that lead? You put them on a drip campaign.
Boom.
Put them on an email drip campaign. And it's personalized because you got their first name. You know what they're interested in from what they downloaded. And then that email campaign, it can, be however long it needs to be for your business. I know I'm being a little silly with this, but, they get an initial email with their download, and then maybe there's a few marketing style, like follow-up emails in that drip.
Yeah.
But you might also throw in some sales emails, whether those are automated or your sales team gets like a notification and then follows up with them directly. It really is going to depend on what you're selling and how many touch points a person needs, but you're nurturing that lead. That goes great. They become a client. Yay. That's awesome. You made that client so happy with your great customer experience. They're going to leave a review on Google. Google algorithm smiles upon you. Your SEO improves. More people are going to land on your blog. And so that is going to, but really the review will drive new leads. It is going to help with Google. So it's one of those things you take your customer and all the actions to get there is going to drive more customers and ideally drive that customer to be a repeat customer client. So that was a fun little example.
That's a great flywheel example, actually. That was engaging. I like that. That's good.
Hopefully. We'll see what the drop rate on our video is on YouTube. Speaking of vanity metrics, go back and watch last week's video once you're done with this one. So building out your flywheel, again, it's going to be looking back at this year first off to see like what worked in 2025. Because we're not throwing any marketing principles out the window. This isn't like a groundbreaking thing.
Of course.
It's just truly taking your funnel and saying like, okay, how is this experience driving new customers and then driving, repeat customers, building that lifetime value of that one person.
Let it work for you in a way, kind of get the ecosystem set up so that it's not like a consistent just A to B, but it continues to cycle through.
Yes, exactly. Figure out what worked. The things that did work, keep them going, optimize them if you need to. If something didn't work, like scrap it. I mean, not everything you try, especially marketing, is going to work.
Right.
There's a lot of A/B testing that has to go on, and there's campaigns that sometimes are just going to flop, and that sucks, but you get better.
It is what it is.
And you learn things. Optimizing it could be taking a piece very practically, going into your Google Analytics, looking at if you have blogs or even landing pages, going in and saying, okay, which ones of these have the most time on site, the lowest bounce rate, all those metrics that are important. And then saying, okay, how do we either build more content that is related to this content, or do we need to tweak this landing page or whatever it is, optimize it, get things buttoned up, good old reporting for 2025, a good year-end report, if you will. And then fill in the gaps. Like, do we need to start email marketing? Because we have all this great blog content that people engage with. So let's get it in front of more people.
Yeah.
So are your leads being nurtured? Like, I have, times in the 5, 6, 7, I don't know how old this business is. I'll look it up. 2019, I think is when we started. 6 years. 6 years? I don't know.
Yeah.
Math.
That sounds right.
Yeah. Lead nurturing wasn't always my strongest skill. I did not do this to get into sales. I liked marketing. I wanted the sales to be handed up to someone else. But, life of a business owner, like, what are there automations you can set up? Does it need to be, high personal touch, which in a lot of times with, some of our services, it does need to be.
Yeah.
So figuring out like where those gaps were this year, and then how do you improve on that either with your team or, systems you can put in place. And then, are you giving your customers a reason to share? Was their experience good? Was their results good? Are you making it just easy for them to share? So all those different things come into play. Do you want to talk about some ways, I kind of briefly touched on it, but some ways you can use, AI to make this easier on yourself as a, as a business, if you're a one person marketing team for a company, there's a lot of things you can do to make this a lot more achievable.
Yeah. To make this system and like this ecosystem work for you, it does not have to be incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Like there can be just a couple actionable steps that you take, that you look through your stuff, your process, and through everything. But okay, this can be improved. I can push it a little bit more here, pull it back a little bit more here. And a great way that can also be used to utilize the time that you have that you're giving to this is, whip out AI. It's okay. There's ways to use it that will benefit you in not the final product that you're trying to do necessarily, but it can be a great way to lead you to the right process.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information that AI pulls from, and you can kind of see where it pulls from to verify that, and then use that to kind of get the rough draft set up, and then refine it and make it work for your business and the ecosystem that you're trying to set up.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's, a really good point too. And even just going back to like, if we want to just look like at a content perspective, like, okay, say you go to your Google Analytics, one blog post is, performing well. Say, hey, AI, add this blog post. It's doing well. How do I make it into a lead magnet?
Yeah, absolutely.
How can I, format this into something that someone can download so I can capture their email address? Or like, hey, how do I make this content more shareable for people?
Yeah.
And it can give you quick little ideas so you're not sitting there spinning your wheels. You can take one or two ideas quickly, run with them, test them, again, optimize them.
Yeah.
But yeah, the easier you can make it for your customers or, your qualified leads to share, to drive more leads, the better. Again, I think we've mentioned kind of word of mouth a lot over the past few weeks, but that again is kind of an important piece of this as well. So use AI to like get ideas and, fill in those gaps. You're going to have to test them, but don't spend days upon days trying to figure out what to test. Get some ideas and then roll with it.
There's nothing new under the sun, and it's
except
okay.
For AI.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
But even like all the information they pull is from stuff,
It's true. It's all on the interwebs.
Use it to your benefit. Don't let it be everything you do, but let it be like the rough draft of the blueprint, and then fill in the gaps for what works for you.
Yeah.
And tailor it to what you need.
For sure. As you're planning for 2026, just think about ways to engage your customers, and just to keep that momentum building. I think, again, kind of going back to a previous Kickstart Your Week, figuring out how to repurpose content and get, lots of shorter video clips from a longer piece of content, or absolutely. Shorter little blurbs from a long, white paper that is also in a blog post that says social media clips. Like, again, AI is a great way to get some of that. But we're working smarter, not harder.
That's right.
Changing our funnels into flywheels, folks.
That's right.
It's 2020. It's almost 2026.
Let it work for you.
That's right. So hopefully you got a little bit out of this Kickstart Your Week. Again, we'll have, speaking of which, this video lives on our blog with a written blog post with some information about, the topics we're talking about. So if you want to learn a little bit more about flywheels, get some more kind of definitions and stats in there, head over to our blog. It's under the marketing resources on our website. You can subscribe to our newsletter to have these videos in your inbox every Monday morning so you can kickstart your week with us. Why aren't we drinking coffee in these videos?
Talking about
customer
looking
experience.
At the processes. We need to look at our process and add that into these next videos.
I mean, how great. Monday morning, open up your email.
Man.
Me, you, Alyssa, our smiling faces, and
some coffee.
Come
on now.
Next time, folks. I'm sorry. Next time we'll be drinking coffee.
It's going to get better.
It's going to get better. We're always improving. We're always optimizing, always caffeinating. All that to say, you've probably ended this video because I already kind of closed it out. Thank you for joining us on this week's Kickstart Your Week. We will see you next week.
Bye.